Good people, what is going on? Another episode of the All Go podcast. I'm your host, Desmond. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Hit the like and subscribe button. Would greatly appreciate that as well. Want to actually talk about the Michigan Wolverines and I feel like they can't win for losing. For me personally, I'm not a Michigan fan. I'm a Alabama fan, but I have a lot of friends who are Michigan fans. Watch a decent amount of games, with them, but also watching Michigan. I mean, it's the biggest brand in the country, so yeah, watch them quite a bit. And they are putting the full court press on with Bryce Underwood, quarterback at Belleville High School, which I think they just lost this past weekend in the high school playoffs here in Michigan. But he has been committed to LSU for, I think, since his junior year or sophomore year, something like that. But as it stands today, there's been a lot of rumors and talk about Michigan really going after him. And the last I heard was an NIL offer of $10 million over 4 years. I'm not an insider. I don't care to be an insider, but that's just what I heard. So if it's wrong, don't kill me. But I mean, that's a pretty significant offer. And that is an offer that is very different from what Michigan has traditionally done in the NIL era. It's been very recent, but nonetheless, Michigan hasn't really done much in the NIL era. It's been something that they have, I would say, steadily done more and more with NIL here recently, but they've just never been a program and a team that has really been in the kind of bidding war that NIL really is now today. And it's interesting because a lot of the talk that I have seen on, online, and most of it's been people who are not Michigan fans. So I get it. It's been, Michigan State or Ohio State, but they've been talking about how Michigan looks desperate because of, they're putting together a pretty hefty offer for Bryce Underwood. And I guess my thought on it is how, to me, Michigan can't win for losing in this scenario, because if you don't, do the NIL and get in the bidding war, so to speak, then you get criticized for that. But then you also, you are being aggressive and going after a kid who everything points to he's going to be a terrific college football player and potentially NFL player as well. Like he is someone who is going to change a program regardless of where he goes. And if you've seen Michigan football this season, ever since J.J. McCarthy went to the NFL, they need a quarterback badly. Their quarterback play has been subpar this year. We'll just keep it at that. So I understand why Michigan is putting the full court press on, and I give them credit for that, because it shows that they are willing to adapt and change with what the current environment and current climate is today. It's just not one that you could just sit back and you have to participate in NIL and the transfer portal. You also have to have balance with it as well, because you've got two examples of schools and programs that are having some issues. Florida State is an all-in program on the transfer portal, and last year they had a lot of success with it, and this year they have not had the team success. They haven't had nearly the success that they've wanted to. And then you look at a school like Clemson, which I think Clemson's making a pretty good push for the ACC, potentially ACC championship game this year. But last year, I think they were a 3-4 loss team, if I'm not mistaken. But, Dabo Swinney's been pretty clear that they are not really going to, be participating in the transfer portal, NIL, just scenarios with with those players. And I think I think what he's doing is he is seeing the result of that, which it's, even though Clemson is set to looking towards being in the ACC championship game, Clemson is used to not only winning the ACC. I mean, winning the ACC championship was a footnote for them. They're used to winning college football, playoff games, semifinal games, national championships. They've won multiple, since Dabo has been there, and multiple in the last 10 years. I think they won it in 2015 with was that Trevor Lawrence? Or I'm sorry, Deshaun Watson. And then just a couple years later with Trevor Lawrence, I think that was 2018. So they're used to winning national titles, not just barely getting in the playoff because they won the ACC. And then also, too, I mean, if they lose the ACC championship game, who knows what happens there? But back to Michigan, it's different, and I think that has people just not quite sure how to respond to it. I like I said, I give them credit. I give them kudos that they are even giving it a shot and putting the full court press on. Personally, I don't think Bryce is going to go to Michigan. Like I said, I'm not an insider or anything like that. I just think the way that the quarterback position has been handled and developed at Michigan under Sharon Moore's tenure as the head coach has just not been very good. And I would be concerned if I were, a high school quarterback of going there and, having those development play calling issues that Michigan seems to have this year. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. I greatly appreciate it. That's it for me. Peace.